Get Gutsy, episode number 232. Stop letting your mind lead. Welcome to Get Gutsy. I'm your host, Jenny Fennig, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you. A cutting-edge show blending business and spirituality, Get Gutsy serves up a potent blend of stories, lessons, and tips to help you make a massive impact in the world through your soul's work and your inspired life. No more going it alone, no more excuses. The world needs more brave women saying yes to leadership. Are you with me? Good. Let's get gutsy now. Hey there, welcome to Get Gutsy. My voice sounds a bit different. Last week it sounded more sexy Stevie Nicks voice. Now it's just really at the tail end. We had various illnesses running through the house. In the last week, with 3 kids and the seasons shifting and the cold coming, it's going to happen. We had a couple of fevers, we had some pink eye, we had just some general colds, coughs, blasé feeling. And while I didn't experience fever or pink eye, thank goodness, I got some of those strains of the cold. So you might hear a difference in my voice. My kid, it was funny last night. The kids, Sean was like, "Are you, what did he call it? He's like, are you a clone?" Because I don't sound like myself. He's like, "All right, I'm going to ask you a question that only my mom would know." And it was so funny. And I was joking with him. I'm like, "I am a robot." Anywho, just giving you a little sense, little behind the scenes into our life. And it's always an adventure, right? So listen, in 2 weeks, I will be in Arizona. I am so freaking excited. It's going to be a huge week in my business. Huge, huger than huge. There are big shifts brewing, and I'm really excited to be able to share more with you when I can. I recently had a call with my business coach, and she asked me some really powerful questions about what is most important to me as I look ahead. And here's what I told her. We talked at length, but here's a few things that I said that I wanted to share with you now. I told her I love making things, and I love the money and freedom that comes from my creations. I especially love making a difference with women coaches, consultants, and healers who are ready for bigger results while doing less. I'm all about, we're not having the overwhelm, we're not working 24/7, we're not spinning our wheels and just overdoing it and crashing and burning. Like, we're not doing that. That's just not how it needs to go. And I really, really love gathering women together for transformative experiences. Oh my gosh. And I want to make sure you know that I am gathering a group of women together for a transformative experience. Have you heard the news? Have you heard the news? It's going to be good. It is going to be good. My joy and excitement will be harnessed and shared with my Program Creatrix clients. Program Creatrix is the spot for you to go if you are ready to create, launch, and lead your very own programs, courses, and retreats. I know I have a lot of women in my community who want to do this or who are doing this, but not quite at the level that you want it to be. And that's why I initially created Program Creatrix. I created this last year in 2018. And this next round, which will be happening essentially through mid-December, we're going to start on October 31st on Halloween, my favorite holiday. This will be the last time that I am leading Program Creatrix live. This is it. I've got some new things that I'm going to be focusing on in 2020. We're going to be shaking things up, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. But before we do, I'm going to be leading Program Creatrix, and I want you to go check it out because it is incredible. We are already a third sold out. Okay, so we are limiting our spots. I want you to go see it now and feel into it and take action. Join us if you are feeling called. jennyfenig.com/lead. That's jennyfenig.com/lead. I have been leading group programs, designing them for more than 15 years. And then once I started my business, I was doing this in corporate. And then once I started my business, I quickly got into the group realm because there's nothing sweeter than getting a group of women together for transformation, as you heard me say. So jennyfenig.com/lead. I would love to have you in there. Listen, today we're talking about stop letting your mind lead. Stop letting your mind lead. I love this proverb. Have you heard of it? The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. This has been attributed to many people throughout the years. Just FYI, I did a little research on that, and it seems that really the root, it's a proverb, most likely an Asian proverb, but you might have seen it attributed to lots of people through the years. Have you ever thought about that? Like, who really was the first person to say something? Where did this really come from? It's probably like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. So the mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. The message I get from this is don't let your mind run the show. It's not in charge. It has an important role to play, but it's not the one that should be leading the way for you or for your business. You have to learn to trust your intuition more. Trust that things that you just know, trust that these things are real. Like, yes, I just know this to be true. Even when this thing might not make logical sense and you might feel a little afraid of what it is that you feel, but you just know it. Trust your heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truth of the heart. Take that in. The role of the mind is to serve the truth of the heart. Can you feel that? When you are truly doing the work you are meant to be doing, you have to trust that the universe will provide what is necessary for you to succeed. Doors will open for you. And this is the important part. Take this in. It will be up to you to decide that you are worthy of walking through these doors. You will have many opportunities become available to you. The ones who go as far as they're meant to and experience that depth of fulfillment and really knowing what it's like to do your big work in the world and live this glorious life and, go to all the places you want to go to and accomplish those goals. Those are the ones who know that they're worthy of walking through those doors, even if they're afraid of what's on the other side. They trust it more than they're afraid of it. You see? So what you're going to hear today is we're continuing on with this theme where you're getting a front row seat at a piece of a training that I led. And I'm excited for you to take this in today. This is for you if you know it is time to stop living in your head and start trusting yourself more. You got it? Stop living in your head and start trusting yourself more. I'm excited for you to listen to this. Come find me on social. Let me know how this lands. Again, if you're interested in joining us in Program Creatrix, would love to have you. We are closing the doors on October 30th. jennyfenig.com/lead, and enjoy this episode of Get Gutsy on Stop Letting Your Mind Lead.
You all have to learn to trust yourselves more. Trust your heart. Stop relying on the rational, logical mind to work everything out in advance so that you feel safe and secure and that, yes, you can go do these things because your mind has worked it all out. Okay? I get it. As I said, I'm very mercurial. My mind, like, oh my gosh, where my mind and I go together. We go to some really wild places. Anyone else? Your mind take you on some crazy adventures? that you never really went on, but your mind took you there. My first ever talk, it was at, well, I get a lot of talks in my life, but when I was going through my coach training way back when, this was in 2008, and I did this whole talk on the monkey mind, the monkey mind. And it was just this whole concept that we have these monkeys in our minds, and they can feel like they've been drinking a lot of tequila, these monkeys, and they're freaking wasted in your mind, and they're bouncing over here and they're bouncing over there, and blah, 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 and you're like, oh, I gotta go over here, and then I gotta go over here. Wait, hold on, this one wants my attention. And it's like, oh my gosh. And so your job is to quiet those drunk monkeys. Okay? Like, no, take away the alcohol from the monkeys and just tell the monkeys they actually need to like exit. They can't live in your mind anymore. Or that you simply just don't pay them attention. You don't pay them attention because you're too busy. You're too focused on feeling into that heart center. Okay? And so as we are here together as a crew, as we are feeling into this do less, make more energy, this is the message for you. Do less of relying on the logical, rational mind to work everything out for you so that you feel safe and responsible. And instead, there was that line that was so, so powerful that it says it so well. And I was like, write that down. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. So it's like to get your mind on board with helping you carry out the truths of the heart. Y'all feeling that? So the truth of my heart is X, and mind, I know you're freaking out a little bit because you want to be out front. You want to know all those details. You want to know where it's all going and where it's all going to take us and like what the end result's going to be before we even take that next step. But mind, I need you to trust me right now. I need you to trust the heart. The heart is going to be dictating, and the mind, you are going to be a really important part of this whole process, this whole team, but you can't be the one calling the shots anymore. Okay, and so this is a process. This is an ongoing journey. As this oracle said so beautifully, if you find that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel like you know less than you ever have known about where you're heading or how you're supposed to get there, great. This is the shift that is occurring. This is the shift that is occurring. You're not proceeding in error. You're not proceeding in error. There's going to be a piece of you that is going to flip the F out. Oh my God. I'm totally freaked out right now. Okay, good. You actually want to be freaked out on a regular basis. I get freaked out, but I know how to not get freaked out by the freak out. Y'all see what I'm saying on that? There was something I wrote down today too. Are you spending more time thinking about the problem or the promises? You know, we all have like, quote, problems, issues, situations that we're dealing with. Are you spending more time focused on that? Oh, I don't have enough time for this. Oh no, where's the money? I don't know how this is all going to work out because like we're kind of looking at all that. We're putting our energy there versus what's the promise that's been placed in your heart? What's the dream that's been placed in your heart? What do you hear in your heart? Okay. When you're truly in alignment with your own divine energy, okay, the cosmic force, God, goddess, universe, you need to know that that force is sovereign over your circumstances. And so it might seem in the natural or when you're looking at the situation like this is never going to work out. I don't know how this is going to work out. Remember, your job is not the how. But it might look like, oh my, and the mind is flipping the F out. Flipping the F out. I don't know how this is ever going to work out. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be a failure. People are going to laugh at me. People are going to talk about me. Da, 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 da. Okay, but those circumstances, they don't dictate your destiny. When something has been placed on you in your heart, and you know you're meant to do it with this work, with this program that you want to put out, with this retreat that you want to lead, with this book that you want to write, with this podcast that you want to launch, with these clients that you want to serve, then no matter what the odds look like, you're good. You're good because it's all happening for you. But you have to decide. You have to decide on the regular. That is the spirit of the faith walk. You have to decide. You've got to be all in. You can't be all in today, but then kind of one foot in, one foot out tomorrow because a prospect said no, or someone in your life said you can't do that, or how are you ever going to do that, or I didn't like the way that you did that. Okay? And I want you all to get really honest and clear on this, because this is the shit that will predict what's going to go down for you. I've been in this line of work for quite some time now, and I will see people who have so much potential, and I am so wanting that thing for them, but then they don't want it enough for themselves. They're not fully in, and I can't make someone fully in if they're not fully in. Okay? And so your job is to start weeding away, letting go, doing less of the overthinking everything with the mind, letting the mind lead, and then whatever else that you're doing that you know is holding you back from doing all the things that you say that you want.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Get Gutsy as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Are you responsible for leading and growing your spiritual business? If so, I have a free tool for you that will help you spread your message like wildfire. It's called the Sacred Marketing Puzzle, and it's a one-page PDF guide that simplifies the often mysterious and confusing world of marketing. When you use sacred marketing tools to amplify your message, you'll provide huge value to your tribe and grow your business. What are you waiting for? Go to jennyfennig.com/puzzle to get yours instantly. That's jennyfennig.com/puzzle. Gutsy leaders, unite.